So I offer two ways of viewing the grammar. One is a sort of older style railroad diagram, which may be intuitive for some, and the other is a slightly more modern presentation of the grammar. Both of these are effectively recursive constructs and point to one of the technologies that was necessary for this particular approach to dynamical systems, at least symbolic dynamical systems, to be able to be formulated and formalized. So before we go much further, what I'd like to do is point out that all of these documents are available to the general audience. The URLs here. So the service, little service description, web service description, is available as a Google Doc at this URL right here. And then both high calculus grammars are available at this URL and this URL. So, so now, corresponding to our little schema for creating processes that we had before with the agents and the different forms of communication, this generates an isomorphic textual representation. So one way to read this diagram is to say that, you know, a process, which we denote with the letter P, is either going to be a normal process or a process that creates some number, comma separated fresh ports. So you would have to have a paren, the keyword new, some number of ports, close paren, and then a process. Or it's a process that is capable of replicating, spawning off copies of itself. Or it's a parallel composition of processes. So you have a P and then a vertical bar and another P and then a vertical bar and another P, some number of those. So what is this in? What is this normal process? Well, a normal process is either a zero, so which is the stopped process, and we were representing that with behaviors like this with no corresponding communication. In terms of our stencil or schema, what did we have? We had